Did you know that the little penny hiding in your junk drawer could be worth $1 million? That's right. A 1991 Abraham Lincoln penny with no mint mark is shaking up the coin collecting world, and it could change your life. Sounds crazy, right? But stick around, because I'm about to break down everything you need to know about this elusive penny, why it's worth so much, and how you could potentially cash in. Oh, and don't worry, I'll sprinkle in some laughs along the way because, let's face it, coins can be a little DRY. So, let's talk about this 1991 penny. At first glance, it's your average copper-colored coin. You might even mistake it for one of those pennies that clogs up your car's cup holder. But here's the kicker. This penny is special because it's missing a mint mark. Normally, pennies minted in Philadelphia don't have a mint mark, but 1991 was different. A rare error occurred, creating a batch of these no mint mark pennies, and collectors are going absolutely wild for them. Now, before you start digging through your couch cushions like a maniac, let's get into the details. First, what's a mint mark, anyway? It's that tiny little letter under the year on most coins that tells you where it was made. D for Denver, S for San Francisco, and so on. If there's no mint mark, it usually means the coin was minted in Philadelphia. But in 1991, there was a fluke, a manufacturing error that made these coins rare and insanely valuable. Think of it like the Willy Wonka golden ticket, but way less chocolate and way more shiny copper. Here's where it gets interesting. One of these pennies recently sold for, you guessed it, a whopping $1 million. That's a lot of zeros for something most of us wouldn't even bother picking up off the sidewalk. And speaking of sidewalks, let me tell you a quick story that a few years ago. I found a penny on the ground while walking my dog. I almost didn't pick it up because, germs. But curiosity got the best of me, and I decided to give it a closer look. Spoiler alert, it wasn't a rare penny. It was sticky, smelled like soda, and was definitely not going to pay for my retirement. But hey, it taught me a valuable lesson. Sometimes, it's worth taking a closer look at the small things. Now, back to the $1 million penny. What makes this coin worth so much? Rarity is the big factor here. Coin collectors, or numismatists, there's your $5 word for the day, love rare coins. And when you add a juicy backstory, like a minting error, the value skyrockets. It's like finding an unopened first edition Pokemon card. Rare, nostalgic, and totally brag-worthy. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Just because you have a 1991 penny doesn't mean it's the jackpot. You need to inspect it carefully. Grab a magnifying glass or, if you're like me and can't find one, just squint really hard. Check for that missing mint mark. Look for signs of authenticity, like the coin's weight and design details. And whatever you do, don't clean it. I know it's tempting, but cleaning a coin can actually reduce its value. Think of it like an antique, scratches and all. It's better left untouched. Now, let's talk about the market. The value of these coins depends on a few factors, like condition, rarity, and demand. Coin auctions and online marketplaces are your best bet for selling, but make sure you get your penny authenticated by a professional first. Trust me, you don't want to show up with a counterfeit and end up being the laughingstock of the coin world. So, there you have it, the incredible story of the 1991 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny. Who knew something so small could be worth so much? If you've got one of these bad boys sitting in a jar somewhere, you might want to get it checked out. It could be the $1 million miracle you've been waiting for. And hey, if this video inspired you to start looking at your spare change differently, don't stop here. Hit that subscribe button and join me for more tips, tricks, and strategies on finding coins worth money. From pennies to quarters to those weird half dollars your grandpa always carries, I've got you covered. Who knows? Your next big payday might just be hiding in your pocket. Did you know that a humble penny in your pocket could be worth more than a luxury mansion? That's right. Today we're diving into the fascinating story of the 1967 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. This unassuming little coin, with a face value of just 1 cent, has skyrocketed to a jaw-dropping market value of $1.90 million. Now, before you dump out your piggy bank or start raiding grandma's old coin jar, stick around. We'll unpack why this coin is so valuable, how to spot one, and of course, some tips to make sure you don't accidentally spend your fortune on a pack of gum. Oh, and trust me, I've got a personal story to share that you don't want to miss. First off, let's talk about the year 1967. It was a wild time. The Beatles were ruling the charts, bell-bottoms were in, and the U.S. Mint was playing a little fast and loose with its usual practices. You see, in the mid-1960s, the Mint decided to nix mint marks on coins temporarily. No D for Denver, no S for San Francisco. Just plain old pennies. The reasoning? To discourage coin hoarding during a coin shortage. Ironically, this move ended up making certain coins from this era incredibly valuable, like our star today. The 1967 no mint mark Lincoln penny. Here's where it gets interesting. It's not just any 1967 penny that's worth the big bucks. The $1.9 million price tag is for a rare error coin, a penny that somehow didn't follow the rules. During production, a mint worker sneezes or gets distracted by the 1967 Super Bowl score, and the penny gets struck twice or even 3 times. These mistakes create what's known as a double die or other errors, making the coin a collector's dream. Collectors are obsessed with these errors because they're rare, quirky, and, frankly, kind of funny. It's like finding a Picasso painting with an extra nose. It's weird, but people love it. Do I have one of these $1 million pennies? The answer lies in the details. Here's what to look for. Check under the year. If there's no D or S, you're on the right track. Look closely at Lincoln's profile or the text. If anything looks blurry or doubled, you might have a winner. The better the coin's condition, the higher its value. Even a small scratch can knock off thousands of dollars. Use a magnifying glass or a loupe to inspect your coins. Or, if you're like me and can never find one when you need it, borrow your kid's toy microscope. Now, let me share a little tale to put things in perspective. A few years ago, I found an old jar of coins in my parents' attic. Among them was a 1967 penny. My heart skipped a beat. I thought I'd hit the jackpot. I mean, it had no mint mark and looked, well, old. That I spent hours Googling, squinting at it under every light in the house, and even convinced myself I saw a tiny error. Feeling confident, I took it to a local coin shop. The dealer examined it for about 2 seconds before handing it back and saying, "This is worth a penny?" Yeah, turns out not every 1967 penny is a gold mine. Do your research before getting too excited. So, what's the takeaway here? The 1967 no mint mark Lincoln penny is a fascinating piece of history and a potential treasure. But finding one worth $1.9 million is like winning the lottery. You need a mix of luck, patience, and a good eye for detail. Now, here's my challenge to you. Go check your coin jars, drawers, and even the cushions of your couch. Who knows? You might just stumble upon a fortune hiding in plain sight. And if you enjoyed today's video or learned something new, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. This channel is all about uncovering hidden treasures, sharing coin collecting tips, and helping you turn pocket change into life-changing money. Have you ever had a penny in your pocket and thought, meh, it's just a penny? Well, what if I told you that one specific penny, yes, one tiny, humble 2003 Abraham Lincoln penny, could be worth a jaw-dropping $1.8 million? Yep, that's million with an M. Stick around because today, we're diving into what makes this penny so special, how to check your pocket change for hidden treasure, and why your junk drawer might just make you a millionaire. I'll also share a story about the time I almost spent a valuable coin on a pack of gum. Let's jump in. Okay, let's start with the basics. Most pennies have a tiny letter below the date, a mint mark, Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. But the 2003 no mint mark Lincoln penny? It's an oddball. No mint mark. Nada. Zilch. Just a plain date. And that's what makes it so rare. These pennies weren't supposed to exist. Somewhere, somehow, a batch of pennies left the Philadelphia Mint without that little piece stamp. It's like the coin equivalent of forgetting to sign your name on an exam. And now, collectors are losing their minds over it. Now you might be thinking, okay, it's rare, but $1.8 million? For a penny? Here's why. Coin collectors, those wonderfully quirky folks, love unique errors. The more unusual the mistake, the higher the value. It's like a typo in a Harry Potter book that makes it a collector's dream. What makes this penny even more special is its pristine condition. The top 2003 no mint mark penny was found in a roll of uncirculated coins, meaning it didn't get banged up in someone's piggy bank. Mint condition coins can fetch 10,000 times their face value. literally turning a penny into a fortune. How do you know if you've got one of these golden, or should I say copper, tickets? First, grab a magnifying glass. Go ahead. I'll wait. Got it? Great. Check any 2003 penny you have for a missing mint mark below the date. If there's no tiny letter and the penny looks unusually shiny, you might have hit the jackpot. Don't start popping pennies out of your kid's piggy bank just yet. Counterfeits exist, and experts can spot a fake faster than you can say Lincoln Logs. If you think you found one, get it authenticated by a reputable coin grading service. Alright, quick story time. A few years ago, I was at a gas station with a handful of change. I grabbed a soda, handed over some pennies, and didn't think twice. Later that day, I got home, looked at my change jar, and noticed one penny looked off. It was shiny, no mint mark, and had that "I'm special" vibe. Turns out it was nothing. But can you imagine if it had been? I almost spent what could have been $1 million penny on a bottle of root beer. Moral of the story? Always check your change. Your wallet and your soda habit will thank you. Who knew a tiny coin could hold such massive value, right? The 2003 no mint mark Lincoln penny is proof that treasure can be hiding in plain sight. So, next time you get change, take a closer look. You might just be holding on to $1 million secret. And hey, if you found this video helpful, or you're now frantically checking your pockets, hit that subscribe button and join me for more tips on coins worth money, treasure hunting strategies, and stories from the wild world of collectibles. Trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next. Now go check your coins, and I'll see you in the next video. Did you know that a single penny could make you a millionaire? Yep, you heard that right, a millionaire. In this video, we're diving into the fascinating world of the 1969 D. Lincoln penny, a coin so valuable it's worth a jaw-dropping $1.7 million. That's not a typo. $1.7 million for a penny you might have overlooked in your spare change. Stick around because you don't want to miss this opportunity to find hidden fortune in your pocket. Let's get into it. Alright, let's start with the basics. What makes the 1969 D. Lincoln penny so special? It's all about the mint mark and an incredibly rare error that turns this humble coin into a treasure. The D mint mark signifies it was minted in Denver, but not every 1969 D penny is worth millions. Oh no, this particular coin has a unique doubling error on the date and the word liberty. They call it a double die error, and let me tell you, spotting one is like finding Bigfoot, rare, but very possible. Now, you might be wondering, how do I spot this millionaire penny? It's simple. Grab a magnifying glass or use your phone's camera to zoom in on the year and the lettering. Look for a clear doubling effect. And no, it's not your eyes playing tricks on you after too much coffee. That doubling is the key to the jackpot. So why is this penny worth $1.7 million? It comes down to scarcity and demand. Only a handful of these pennies exist, and collectors go absolutely wild for them. Imagine being the person who finds one in their pocket change. Cha-ching! One of these coins sold for $1.7 million at an auction, setting the record for one of the most expensive pennies ever. What drives up the price is the condition of the coin, which collectors call its grade. If your 1969 D penny with the double die error is in mint condition, meaning it looks as shiny and fresh as the day it was minted, you're looking at a life-changing payday. Even if it's a little worn, it could still fetch tens or hundreds of thousands. Now, let me tell you about my own brush with coin hunting. A few years ago, I decided to check my old coin jar. Nothing fancy, just a bunch of pennies, nickels, and dimes collecting dust. I didn't find a 1969 D penny, but I did find a wheat penny from 1943, which got me all excited. Turns out it was worth about $10. Not bad for something I'd almost thrown away. That little discovery sparked my obsession with coin collecting. You never know what treasures are hiding in plain sight. That jar of coins on your nightstand? It could be holding a $1.7 million penny right now. It's like playing the lottery, except you don't have to buy a ticket. It's already sitting in your house. Pennies cost more to make than they're worth. The US Mint spends about 2.1 cents to make each penny. Talk about irony. But hey, when a penny like the 1969 D can fetch $1.7 million, I'd say it's a pretty good return on investment. And let's not forget the classic joke, find a penny, Pick it up, and all day long you'll have good luck. In this case, you'll also have good fortune. All right, treasure hunters, it's time to take action. Check your coin jars, your couch cushions, and even that old coffee can in the garage. You never know where that $1.7 million penny might be hiding. And hey, don't forget to check with a professional coin appraiser if you think you've hit the jackpot. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about coins that could make you rich, hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. I post weekly tips and strategies to help you uncover hidden gems in your pocket change. Don't let your next million slip through your fingers. Subscribe now and join the hunt. Have you ever casually gone through your pocket change only to dismiss pennies as, well, just pennies? What if I told you that one of those little copper-colored coins could be worth a jaw-dropping $1.6 million? Yes, you heard me right. Today, we're diving into the fascinating story of the 1986 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny, a seemingly ordinary coin that's anything but ordinary. So grab your magnifying glasses, folks, because this could change the way you see pocket change forever. Let's start with a little backstory. The 1986 Lincoln penny was produced during a time when billions of pennies were being minted each year. Now, most coins from this period are about as common as ants at a picnic. But here's the twist. There's a rare version of this penny with no mint mark. That tiny missing P, D, or S has skyrocketed its value to a whopping $1.6 million in today's market. Why? Well, it's all about rarity and errors. Coin collectors love a good minting mistake, and this penny is the ultimate oops from the US Mint. The missing mint mark wasn't intentional, and very few of these coins ever made it into circulation. It's like finding a needle in a haystack, except the needle is pure gold. Now, before you go tearing through your penny jars like a kid looking for candy, let's talk about what makes this coin special. First, you need to check the date, 1986. Second, look for that missing mint mark. No D for Denver, no P for Philadelphia, and no S for San Francisco? Bingo! You might be holding a small fortune. Let me share a quick story to drive this home. A buddy of mine, let's call him Joe, once told me about a shoebox his grandma kept filled with old coins. He dismissed it for years until one day, out of boredom, he decided to take a closer look. Guess what he found? Not the 1986 no-mint mark penny, but a different rare coin worth $10,000. You can imagine how quickly Joe became a coin enthusiast. Now, imagine if he'd stumbled upon this 1986 penny. His reaction would have probably broken the internet. But how do you know if your penny is the real deal? Examine the condition. Is it in pristine condition, or does it look like it's been through a war? The better the condition, the higher the value. Get it authenticated. Take it to a professional coin grader to confirm its rarity. Don't just rely on the internet. Those DIY identification guides can be hit or miss. Check for counterfeits. Unfortunately, some sneaky folks try to cash in on the hype by creating fake coins. A certified grader can help you avoid a costly mistake. So, what's driving this insane $1.6 million price tag? It's the combination of scarcity, historical interest, and the sheer thrill of owning a one-in-a-million treasure. Coin collectors are willing to pay top dollar, or should I say top penny, for a chance to own this unique piece of history. It's not just collectors. Investors are getting in on the action, too, seeing rare coins as a smart way to diversify their portfolios. Who needs stocks when you can bank on Abraham Lincoln's face, right? So, the next time you're emptying your pockets or raiding your couch cushions for spare change, think twice before you dismiss those pennies. Who knows? You might just be sitting on $1 million payday. And if you're wondering how to maximize your chances of finding valuable coins, you've come to the right place. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because I've got plenty more tips and tricks to help you uncover treasures in unexpected places. Leave a comment below if you've ever found a rare coin or if you're inspired to start your own coin collecting journey. Let's keep the conversation going. Until next time, happy hunting, and remember, every penny counts. Did you know you might be carrying $1 million secret in your pocket change? Yup, that's right. Today, we're diving deep into the incredible story of the 1985 D-Mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny, a humble 1-cent coin that could be worth a jaw-dropping $1.5 million. Stick around, and I'll tell you how to spot one, why it's so valuable, and how I almost made a fortune. So, grab your jar of loose change, because by the end of this video, you just might be able to afford that dream vacation. Or at least brag about being a coin expert at your next family gathering. Alright, let's kick things off with some basics. The 1985 D penny is a regular OL Lincoln penny minted in Denver. At first glance, it looks like any other penny you'd toss into a vending machine. But here's the kicker. There's something very special about some of these pennies. What makes this particular penny worth a fortune? Drumroll, please. It's all about a rare error. Yup, a minting mistake turned an ordinary coin into a collector's dream. In the world of coin collecting, errors are like celebrity scandals. Unexpected, fascinating, and worth a lot of money. So, what's the error on this penny? It's called a double die obverse. Basically, the coin was struck twice, but the design didn't align perfectly. If you look closely, you'll see that the letters and numbers on the front are slightly doubled. It's like the penny had one too many cups of coffee that day. And that's not all. The 1985 D penny also has some unique luster qualities. If you find one in pristine condition, what coin nerds call MS67 red, you're sitting on a gold mine. Or should I say, a copper mine? In 2023, one of these bad boys sold for a record $1.5 million at auction. Imagine the bidding war. That's like trading a penny for a luxury yacht. Now, before you go flipping over your couch cushions, let me share a quick story. A few years ago, I was obsessed with coin collecting. I thought I found the one, a rare penny that would make me rich. I showed it to a professional coin dealer, and they just smiled and said, "Nice try, buddy. That's worth a penny." Turns out, I didn't know the first thing about spotting real minting errors. But hey, that's how you learn, right? So, how do you know if you've struck copper gold? Grab a magnifying glass and inspect your 1985 D penny. Look for that double die effect on Liberty and the date. Pay attention to the mint luster. Does it shine like it was just minted yesterday? If yes, congratulations, my friend. You might have a winner. Next, get it authenticated. Don't just take my word for it. Send it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC. They'll grade your coin and tell you if it's worth retiring early. Alright, folks, here's the deal. The 1985 D penny is a perfect example of why it pays to keep your eyes peeled. What looks like spare change to most people could be your ticket to financial freedom. So, go on. Check your pockets, your piggy bank, that old jar of coins gathering dust on the shelf. Who knows? You might be sitting on a fortune and not even know it. And hey, if you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about coins worth serious money, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I'll be sharing more tips, tricks, and crazy coin stories to help you strike it rich, or at least have a good laugh along the way. Thanks for watching, and remember, every penny counts, but some pennies count way more than others. Did you know that the humble penny in your pocket could be worth a jaw-dropping $1.4 million? Yep, you heard me right. A penny. And not just any penny. I'm talking about the 2021 D Mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny. So, before you start throwing loose change into your couch cushions or at your local fountain, let me show you why this tiny coin could make you filthy rich. Let me tell you a quick story. A few months ago, I was cleaning out my old coin jar. You know, the one we all have but never actually spend, and I stumbled upon this penny. At first glance, it didn't look like anything special, but my curiosity got the best of me. Spoiler alert, I didn't hit the jackpot, but what I learned about these pennies blew my mind, and now I'm here to share it with you. So, what's so special about this penny, and why is it worth a fortune? Stick around, because I'm diving into everything you need to know about this rare coin and how you might just have one hiding in plain sight. 1. The history of the 2021 D penny, 3 to 8 o'clock. First off, let's break it down. The 2021 D penny comes from the Denver Mint, hence the D Mint mark right below Abraham Lincoln's portrait. The Denver Mint is known for producing billions, yes, billions, of coins each year. So what makes this one stand out? It's all about a rare error that occurred during production. Coin collectors go wild for errors like these because they make otherwise common coins incredibly valuable. It's like finding a Picasso painting in your attic or realizing your grandma's old lamp is actually a rare antique. Suddenly, you're sitting on a gold mine. Now, the big question. What's the error? The 2021 D penny has a unique die error. which means there's a mistake in the mold that stamped the coin. These errors can show up as double strikes, off-center designs, or even missing details. For this specific penny, collectors have spotted a rare doubling on the Liberty, inscription, and Lincoln's profile. The result? A coin that stands out from the billions of others like a four-leaf clover in a field of grass. Think of it like a typo on a first-date profile. It might seem small, but boy, does it get people talking. Here's where things get really juicy. This coin's value didn't start at $1.4 million. It's the result of collector demand and the sheer rarity of the error. Just last year, one of these pennies sold at auction for over $1 million. The best part? Experts believe there are still more out there, waiting to be discovered. So yes, your Starbucks barista might unknowingly hand you $1 million penny as change for your latte. Makes you think twice about paying with cash, huh? Alright, time to get practical. If you're sitting there wondering, do I have one of these magical pennies? Look closely at Liberty and Lincoln's profile for doubling. Use a magnifying glass if needed. If you think you've found one, get it appraised by a professional coin grader. Don't skip this step. You don't want to sell $1 million penny for a fraction of its worth because you didn't do your homework. I remember my first trip to a coin appraiser. It felt like Antiques Roadshow, but with way more suspense. My penny was worth exactly 1 cent. But hey, the thrill was worth it. So what are you waiting for? Go grab that jar of coins, dig through your wallet, and start hunting for the 2021 D penny that could change your life. Remember, this isn't just about finding a valuable coin. It's about the excitement of the hunt and the stories you'll tell along the way. If you love this video and want more tips on coins worth money, strategies for collecting, and the hidden treasures in everyday items, hit that subscribe button and join our community of treasure hunters. Who knows? Your next big discovery might just be one click away. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm off to check the bottom of my washing machine for any $1 million surprises. You're digging through your car's cup holder or cleaning out that jar of pennies you've been ignoring for years, and bam! You stumble across what looks like an ordinary 2013 penny. But here's the kicker. It's worth $1.3 million. Yes, million. That's right. One little copper coin could change your life faster than a lottery ticket. Before you toss that handful of pennies into the Coinstar machine, let's talk about the 2013 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny. Why it's worth so much and how you can spot one. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you might just become a millionaire in disguise. Now, you're probably wondering, what's so special about this penny? Isn't it just like every other Lincoln penny? Well, not quite. The 2013 penny in question has a major minting anomaly. It's missing a mint mark. No D for Denver. No P for Philadelphia. Nada. Just a clean, smooth surface under the date. This little quirk happened during the minting process, likely due to an oversight or equipment issue. And here's the kicker. The US Mint didn't officially release this penny as an error coin. That means the few that escaped into circulation are incredibly rare, and collectors are going bananas trying to get their hands on one. Let's break it down. Coin collectors, also known as numismatists, fancy word, right? Go nuts for rarity. It's like the coin version of finding a signed first edition of a famous book or an unopened vintage video game. The fewer there are, the more people are willing to pay for it.in pristine condition, known as MS-67 in coin grading terms. This penny sold at auction for a jaw-dropping $1.3 million. Imagine handing over 1 cent and getting a check with 6 zeros in return. Talk about the ultimate return on investment. Alright, now comes the fun part. How to check if you've got one of these golden air, copper tickets. Grab your magnifying glass, or just use your phone's camera. It's 2025. After all, look at the year. It should say 2013. Check under the date for a mint mark. If it's completely blank, you might just have struck gold. Inspect the coin's condition. The closer it looks to brand new, the higher the value. Fun fact, I once found a penny with an odd mark on it, got super excited, and drove all the way to a coin shop, only to find out it was just a piece of gum stuck to the surface. So, lesson learned, double check before you celebrate. If you think you've found the real deal, don't take it to your local bank or try to spend it on gas. I'll get it authenticated. A professional coin grader will verify its rarity and condition. Protect it. Keep it in a protective case to avoid scratches or further wear. Auction it. Reach out to reputable auction houses or coin dealers. These folks will help you get top dollar at SO. The next time you're digging through your couch cushions or raiding that change jar, pay extra attention to those pennies. Who knows, you could be holding a piece of history worth over $1 million. If this video has inspired you to start treasure hunting in your spare time, hit that like button and let me know in the comments what coins you've come across. And hey, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We've got plenty more tips, tricks, and strategies to help you spot coins worth serious cash. Because remember, one man's spare change could be another's ticket to early retirement.